folks. Today we have a box opening that I'd like to share with you. This came in the mail yesterday and was ordered from Midway Magazine. Well, not Midway Magazine, that's what we used to call it before we had internet. Anyway, let's do a box opening now and see what we got. Bubble wrap. Alright. That to the side. Alright, well, here's what came in. One of my Lyman mold handles. This is a 4-cavity mold handle, strictly for Lyman, and also got this on Midway as well. But the main feature attraction is this one here. Yes, the old Caldwell premium kit. Comes with the shades. Comes with the lighted shades for low light situations. Battery pack, and an app to hook up to your phone so you can record your data. And it also comes with this tripod. So let's go and open it up, take a look at it. It's, you know, it's funny how you look at the boxes and you see the tape on it. It looks like somebody had, you know, went rummaged through your purchased item here. Somebody else had mentioned it on a YouTube video about Amazon. Same thing happened there, you know. But I think it's just to help keep the package intact. All right, push it through, and here's what you get. Get this nylon bag that fits right in. Put that to the side. Unzip it, just like a tote bag. And inside you're going to get your tripod. It's not a bad looking tripod. It's got a leveler on it. I'm sure there are better made tripods versus this one here, but I think it'll do the job. You know, I've saw some pretty good reviews on YouTube on the Caldwell premium kit. Now, without the kit, it's going to cost $84, which is pretty reasonable. This one here cost me $134. You know, and so I kind of figured, well, I had the money, I'll go ahead and get the premium kit, no big deal. So here's your tripod. It stands up pretty good. I'll loosen a little bit here. There we go. Okay, it's got a quick release on it. This hooks up to the bottom of your chronograph. All right, put that to the side for now. Not bad. It's not, you know, extremely sturdy, but it's good enough for the job. All right, then we have the shades here, along with the rod. Actually, this is the lighted shades. Well, this one here is battery operated, and it adds light to low light situations. Put that to the side here. Okay, this is a AC power pack, and I believe this is here is for I don't know what it's for. This is how to read the instructions. The old saying goes: all else fails, read the instructions. And the power pack, this one here is designed for the it's for the lights. That comes in pretty good. I think it uses maybe a AAA. You know, I'll take a look at that. Again, read the instructions. It'll give you more detail. Yeah, here's another adapter. And we have the chronograph itself. Look at the chronograph itself, folks. It's not a bad design. You know, here on the side it has the not just on-off, but it has feet per second and meters per second, so you can switch to either or mode. You know. It's got a pretty big screen on it. It's got the shade over it. It's got the cutouts for the rods. And then, of course, your light beam here. When the bullet passes through or any object passes through. Anything from 5 feet per second up to 9,999 feet per second, you know, will record. Reviews on the Caldwell was mixed reviews. Majority of the reviews were pretty favorable. You know, like anything made of, you know, mechanical, you're gonna have you know, you're gonna have some glitches in it, you know, and that's based on conditions, I believe. Okay, this here is the cord. This was going to go hook up to your cell phone, your iPhone, whatever you use. You know, I have an Android, so I'll use that. And what will happen is that you can hook this up to your phone, use the app, and it'll actually record all the data. You enter the caliber, type of bullet, and it'll give you the average for whatever shots you use. Put down the information on gunpowder charges, etc., and it should give you the information on that. But anyways, if you look at the bag itself, it's pretty collated. You know, it's separated with little separators here. Not a bad looking bag for nylon. And it comes with, this is used as a 9-volt battery. Now it uses one 9-volt battery, but if you see, you got two spaces here. One's actually for the battery itself to power the unit up. The other one is actually to keep a spare battery in case your battery goes dead. So I'm going to go out to the range today, give it a test run, and what we're going to do is we're going to test out my 170 grain Keith semi-wide cutter bullets. We're going to use 2 guns. We're going to use my Armscar M206 and 2-inch barrel. We'll check the velocities with those, and we're going to use our Smith & Wesson 686-6 and give it a go and see if there's any velocity difference between the 2-inch barrel and the 4-inch barrel. I know accuracy is about the same for both. I've shot, you know, that round many times through both guns, and you know, it's one of my favorite cartridges actually. I'll be using 3.7 grains of unique, so it's not going to be a screamer. It's pretty much going to be a paper puncher, and you know, I just shoot for accuracy and for fun. You know, of course, you know, your cases last longer, your powder lasts longer. Heavier bullets, of course, you use more lead, but you know, I get my lead for free. You know, whatever you can find it. Doesn't cost you much except for time and a little bit of elbow grease. So let's go ahead and get started with that, and I'm gonna reassemble this back up in the box, and we'll get ready to go to the range and give it a test shot. One more thing I forgot to mention. The reason why I bought the new chronograph is because back in 1993 I bought a Chronograph. So this is quite old. It's about 25 years old. So what happened was a buddy of mine and I were shooting my new Ruger GP100 back in those days, and well, we set it up. We took a Winchester White Box 110 grain, and pulls the trigger. The round went up and down and hit it here, hit it here, came out the backside. Okay, so for many years it still worked, you know, but right now if you turn it on, and it still works. So it's amazing how these things stand up. But I needed a new one, you know, so I'll keep this one as a backup, you know, or maybe I can pawn it off to somebody for, you know, a few shillings here and there. But yeah, it still works. I think back then I paid like $79 for it in Midway, USA. But there we go. Okay, so you know, you'll see YouTube videos of people who blew up their chronographs, and then what they did was they purchased the Caldwell, you know, as a replacement, and they were pretty happy with it. So I'm going to be pretty happy with it. It looks like I'm going to have fun with it. So it's going to be great to go ahead and start recording my reloads again like I used to. And that was the reason why I never did it in the past, because I didn't have a chronograph that was decent. This one here I couldn't find. It took me forever and a day to find it, and I finally found it. I forgot where I found it at, but it was stuffed somewhere in a box, and I took care of that. So, all right, so let's get back to the range and test out our loads. Okay, we got the Caldwell chronograph set up, and we used our measuring tape to measure it out from 8 feet away. And we'll be shooting at this target on number 16. And it should be enough to clear it. I'll be using a little block here to rest the handles on, so I can get a steady shot without damaging the chronograph. Alright, let's get started. We'll start with the Armscar M206 6-shot string. and it's going to be a 1/7 grain Keith semi-butt cutter, 3.7 grains of Alliant Unique, and the CCI small pistol primer in 38 special mixed cases. Alright, 6 shots with the Armscore M206, 8 feet away. .13. .569. .585. .534. .560. And .575. Spread doesn't look too good on that one. I'm gonna probably have to up the charge on it. So we're looking at average of maybe .580 or so. All right, let's try the 4-inch 686. All right, 6 shots with the 4-inch 686. Four 641. 612.
Okay.
643. 666.
You're about 10 o'clock.
650. And 647. Okay. The 4-inch barrel obviously has a little lead on the rounds versus the 2-inch barrel. So we're looking at possibly 100 feet per second slower with the 2-inch barrel. That's quite a reduced velocity reduction. But nonetheless, both rounds, well, both guns actually shot comfortable with these little powder puff loads. And the chronograph did its job. The rounds, I expected them to be a little on the low side. With a 2-inch barrel, I didn't expect to go that low, maybe be in the 600 feet per second range. But apparently it needs to be bumped up a little bit higher to get that 600, 700 feet per second. But they're good rounds altogether. I'm pretty sure if they were a lighter round, it might be a little bit more faster. But anyways, we're going to wrap this up, take it back home, and talk about today's results. Alright guys, we're back from the range, and that Caldwell was money well spent, I must say. It gave me an idea of what my loads were doing and not doing, actually. Even though the loads were pretty accurate as far as hitting the paper at 15 yards with either the 2-inch or the 4-inch, deviation and spread were kind of terrible if you look at it. But I'll go anywhere from 520 something to 560, and then back in between again with a 2-inch barrel. With a 4-inch barrel, same thing happened. It was getting sporadic changes in velocity. Anywhere from like 606 to like 695. So it gives me an idea what I need to do to make those charges more consistent. Probably most likely I have to bump up the charges a little bit higher, like past the 4 grain mark. But anyways, this is Lead Bullets for Life. Thanks for joining me today. Always, as usual, please rate, subscribe, make comments. You guys have a super weekend. We'll see you next time.